Hi, it's Michael here from Custom Bike Fit. Today I'm going to shoot a short video about the saddle and the position of the saddle, whether you should have it flat, whether you should have it sitting up a few degrees, or whether you should have it sitting down, and what the implications are for those three scenarios. So the first thing when you're fitting your saddle, you want to make sure, number one, that the bike is level. And what I've done here is I've got my bike on an indoor trainer, and I've got a wheel block at the front which I can adjust. It's a retool wheel block, so I can adjust the height of that. But you could use just the standard wheel block, or people use telephone books and all sorts of things. But you want to make sure that the bike's level. And okay, so here's a saddle that's clearly angled down. And when I see someone presenting with a saddle that's at this sort of angle, there's two things running through my head. And the first one is that, number one, maybe the saddle's too high, and this is what they've done. They've angled the saddle down to try and get away from it. It's providing too much pressure. Or number two, it's just the wrong type of saddle altogether. Because in this scenario, what's going to happen is the rider's going to slide forward. Now, when you're laying power down, you'll know that there is a propensity to move forward so that you get, if you like, over the bottom bracket, you engage a bit earlier. You'll get a bit more power there, but you don't want excessive movement. And if this is tilted at an angle, an extreme angle, what's going to happen as you move forward is you're actually going to feel as though you're sliding off the front of the saddle. You're going to have excess weight on the front of the hands, and eventually you're going to push yourself back. And when you push yourself back, there's a good chance that you're going to over lengthen the leg extension, and you're going to have this constant battle back and forth, and it's really not a good place to be. So if your saddle is angled like this, bring it back up, get it level, and then if it's providing too much pressure, just drop it down a little bit. So what happens in this scenario with the saddles pointing up? Well, quite obvious to me anyway, is that the rider will not come forward at all. They will be sitting at the back of the saddle, because as they come forward, there's a lot of soft tissue pressure from the front of the saddle, so they're going to end up sitting back here. Now, what happens when you sit too far back on the saddle? Well, number one, there's the chance that you're going to over lengthen through the extension, and it can cause all sorts of problems around your hamstrings, your lower limbs, that sort of thing. You're also going to lose an awful lot of power, because you want to be on top of the pedal stroke, and you just can't get there. If you come forward, the saddle's giving you pain, you're going to push yourself all the way back again, and you start to flex through the pedal stroke, when really, I believe, you want to have more of a flat foot, and we'll talk about that more in another video. So you can see here that the saddle is pretty much level. It's actually tilted down just a couple of degrees, and this is my preferred option. In this scenario, what we have is we have a saddle which supports your sit bones, and that you can work from without excessive movement back and forward. And if you're able to have the saddle nice and flat, then that's an indication that the saddle is actually working for you. So again, this is my preferred option, to have the saddle flat. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the comments section below. And to make sure that you don't miss out on any further videos, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back to speak with you again in the near future. Thank you.